Hi everyone, I'm Ken from Crypto Trading KS. If you're new, welcome, and welcome back to our regular community. Let's run the numbers. Bitcoin is currently trading at 47,231, down 0.72%. Ethereum trading at 3277, down 0.66%. XRP up 23.78%. Wow, go XRP. If you're new, I'd just like to let you know that everything I do for you is free. 7 days a week I share my knowledge as a full-time technical trader with over 20 years of experience to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. We can see THETA is up 3.63%, MATIC is down 0.43%, Link is up 3.5%. I've hidden knowledge gems throughout this video. Unless you watch to the end, you'll miss them. See how many you can find. Our community is about the attainment of real wealth. Real wealth is much more than money. It's about love and friendship. It's about who you become. The film The Bucket List is really poignant. With less than a year to live, two terminally ill men escape a cancer ward and go off on a road trip with a list of to-dos, their bucket list, before they die. It's really cool. It's Jack and Morgan Freeman. Jack is Ed Cole. He's a billionaire. He has everything except meaning, fulfillment, and friendship. He runs the hospital. Morgan is a mechanic. He just so happens to end up next to the CEO, next to the owner of this hospital. And together they form a very unlikely friendship. They create the bucket list. They go on adventures together. What they find out is that the wealthiest thing that they have together is their friendship. I'd like to reach out and thank John for his direct message on Twitter. John, very lovely person. He said, "There are no strangers here, only friends who have not yet met." That was a quote that John shared from William Butler Yeats. Very nice. He was describing the foundations of our community. Our community is really, really special. Yes, we talk about crypto and we talk about wealth and the attainment of wealth, but there's so much more than just money. We're focused on inner and outer peace, meaning and fulfillment, all the things that make life truly worthwhile and worth living. I love this little quote from one of Dr. Seuss's books. "Be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind." I must have memorized this because I always say this. Those who matter don't mind. That's a thing that I live by. I also think it's incredibly important to be who you are, to say what you feel, to be decent, to have integrity, to be kind, to be loving, and let that part of you, which is existent in every single person, let it shine out from you. It's a really beautiful thing. What the world needs now is much more authentic, decent and nice and caring and loving behavior. That demonstrates real wealth. Rule 174, the TQ method, trend, timing and trigger. The trend is looking healthy right now and the main markets are closed, so we're not too worried about that. We'll look at the timing in this episode. Using the KS method, the first thing we do is look at the news through the eyes of a person new to crypto. No gear, no problem. 3 ways to earn Bitcoin. Whoa, that's very positive. We're trying to seek if things are positive or negative. Bitcoin reaches 46,000 and crypto remains on an upward slide. Man, that must be difficult. Have you ever tried to slide upwards? Downwards, yeah. Upwards? Oh, okay, that's really creative. Crypto daily movers and shakers. Well, it must be good because they're moving and they're shaking. Elon. Oh, Elon, we miss you. And Mark Cuban see Dogecoin as the strongest. Wow, go Doge. Oh, what's this? This is some interesting language. Oh, what's this? Another interesting language. This is how I read the news. Let me translate it into English. I really like looking across global headlines. Okay, opportunities and risks. El Salvador allows Bitcoin as a means of payment. Woohoo! That's very, very nice. Bitcoin law in Islam. Oh, what's this? Currently, there are very well, I don't know. Too much to read. What does Bitcoin current trajectory mean for Cardano? It must be good, we know. Bitcoin riches announced. Top 5 people with the most Bitcoin in the world. Ooh, I like. Eugene, what's Eugene up to? He's distributing stickers in rejection of Bitcoin. Oh, Eugene, that's not very nice. Pledge partners with something to allow clients to use. Ooh, that's pretty good. They're using Bitcoin as collateral to borrow money to finance home improvement projects. It looks pretty good. News around the world. And you can see this is from different countries. How fascinating it is to see inside different countries. It's all relatively positive. The next thing we look at is investment substitutability. S&P 500 up 32%. That's a proxy for stocks. Gold, poor old gold, it's down 9% for the past 12 months. Bitcoin up a modest 296%. Crypto total market cap is currently $1.985 trillion. Wow, crypto. Not that long ago it was approaching $1 trillion. Cryptos are exponential by nature. They catch a lot of people off guard. We can see price is always moving in a wave. It's going up and then down, up and up. Of course, it's going to come down at some stage. When it does, that's just natural price movement. Let's turn now to Bitcoin's technical analysis. Bitcoin is currently trading at 47,291, just a little above support at 47,206. Support below 46,566, 45,830, and 45,000 is that key psychological level. Resistance above 47,819 and 48,593. We can see Bitcoin has been doing really well. It's got across this top level of resistance and we see that it's bounced from there. It's trying to attack this level of resistance immediately above it. It's moving in a wave. It's coming up and then going down, coming up. Let's see what happens to this. Overall, the structure technically is quite good, but we would anticipate a wave down at some stage. Just to be clear, when I say a wave down, I don't mean a crash or anything like that. Any price from around the $43,700 mark, even down to about 40,000, is very healthy. It's no problem. Our community is really focused on buying at support and catching downward price momentum. That makes an enormous difference to the profitability of your portfolio. If we go back to the past 2016 halving cycle, we had a huge move up, just like what we were experiencing now. There was a retracement there. That is very normal. When you have a greater than 60% improvement in price, of course people are going to take profit. It's only natural, only normal. And you can see price from there increased and then it came down. These long tail spikes is what we refer to as catching a falling knife. We do that through layering support levels. They're very profitable to catch because they lower the average dollar cost averaging, the average buy position, buy price. Looking at the Bitcoin futures markets, on the perpetual side, we see a predominance of short positions. Turning to the futures, it's a little bit mixed. Predominantly long going into the future. Moving across to Bitcoin options, looking at options expiring at the end of the month. Total open interest, 27,412.2. Put call ratio, 0.63. Max pain price, 40,000. Maxpain is the price at which the majority of the options expire worthless. Turning to the second largest crypto, we always go through Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're really, really important. The more cryptos you look at, the greater your understanding of the market, the more profitable you will be. Ethereum is currently trading at 32.81, support below at 32.22, 30.87, 29.88, resistance above 33.19 and 33.94. We can see Ethereum has been doing very well. It has this upward channel. It was doing pre-party mode where it was deciding to come up, but then it had a bit of a collapse in price just here. You can see that by that second upward support line, and then it broke that. Ethereum is showing a little bit of weakness here at the moment. That's not a cause for any panic or anything. We're at the right stage in the market, accumulating at support levels. Support levels are just price levels, where price tends to gravitate towards, as it has in the past. Those support levels, placing orders there, lowers your average buy price. Let's go and have a look at the Ethereum futures markets, the perpetuals. It doesn't take much to see here that the expectation right now is that the Ethereum price will go down. What about the futures? They're expiring at different times in different months ahead. We can see predominantly shorts. That means that in the future, the futures traders believe that Ethereum will go down. These change around literally by the hour. But it's just important to understand the current sentiment in the market. Turning now to Ethereum options. For the options expiring at the end of the month, total open interest is 198,406. The put call ratio is 0.68. The max pain price is 2,600. The reason that we look at all this data together is to give you an incredible sense of what the market is doing. Even if you don't understand things at this particular point in time, it will become very, very plain over time what these things mean. You'll be able to acid test news stories, what you hear, what you read. It's very powerful. Over the past 24 hours, there's been 266.4 million in liquidations to 65,779 trader positions. Over the past 12 hours, around 59% of liquidations were short. We can see we're not witnessing multi-billion-dollar liquidations at current. Let's just zoom into the 15. We can see a mass of long liquidations going back a ways, but it's pretty quiet at the moment, which is to be expected for weekend trade. The Fear and Greed Index has dropped down from the extreme greed yesterday of 76 to 71 today. We can see price is moving up really strongly. It's always moving in a wave. It's come up and then down, come up and down, up. And we can see that it's actually trading above the 200 period moving average. That's very healthy stuff. Just something to be aware of. Price has moved up 64.23% from the bottom. That is a very big rally. It is customary for rallies to take profits at some stage. They can go up, but they need to come down. If they go up too quickly, too high, too fast, just like this that we witnessed at around the start of February, if this happens, the sell-offs can be absolutely brutal. We want more gentle sell-offs. They create faster repairs. That's what we're looking for at this particular time. There could be a large wick down, which would be fantastic for our knife catching community. In here, that is quite possible and still very healthy. I'd like to share a chart with you. Bitcoin balance on exchanges. It's a fascinating chart. Right now, there's 1.84 million Bitcoin on exchanges. Another powerful on-chain indicator is the stablecoin supply ratio, SSR oscillator. When we see this line coming up, this orangey line coming up, it means stablecoins are being deployed into crypto, especially Bitcoin for this particular graph. But Bitcoin is the major crypto by market capitalization. This is really, really healthy. When that SSR oscillator comes down, we should be aware that price can follow. At the moment, things are looking relatively good. There's money going in, flowing into crypto. Getting a slight retracement is not a problem. You can see this was a retracement just here, but money is continuing to flow in. I'd like to thank Alops, who reached out as a community member and said, Ken, why don't you look at futures open interest? Absolutely love to. This is a really good chart. This is potentially the best chart I could find to explain to you how open interest is associated with price. This is very, very worthwhile. Thank you, Alops. Our community is built on integrity and kindness and caring. If you have a source, a diagram, a graph, anything that you would like to share, please reach out to me and let me know, because I would love to include it for the community. I will always recognize those people who say, Ken, it's fine to recognize me. If you private message me, I always keep things private until I've confirmed that you want to have your name out there for me to say thank you to you. We're going to look into the stable coins. I thought this could be very worthwhile for you. You can see Tether market cap around 63 billion USDC. That's the Circle stable coin, around 28 billion. It's kind of 50%, half of that roughly. Binance USD, BUSD is about half of USDC. It's under, but you could say it's about half and half and half. This just helps you to contextualize this on-chain information. We can see the circulating supply of USDT going up. We can see USDC also going up, but going up at a much faster rate than Tether is going up. We see BUSD going up, but it's just kind of leveling off at the moment, and DAI is coming up as well. Now, why do we look at these things? It's important to understand that governments around the world want to regulate stablecoins. They want to make sure that they're safe for people, and they also are considering bringing out their own central bank digital currencies. If there are any shocks to circulating supply of any of these stablecoins, we will be managing it every day to understand the awareness of how government policies could hit the crypto market. This is an early warning system. You can see Tether has a very large market capitalization, over 63 billion. If there are any problems with Tether USDT, it will show up in the futures market and also the perpetuals. Right at the moment, we see open interest at a very, very measly 55 million. When you consider the billions involved, this is so small. But if there are any issues, we will see billions of dollars going in here. Right now, we see literally nothing. We're keeping our finger on the pulse every day. Woodrow Wilson, 28th US president, said, "Friendship is the only cement that will ever hold the world together." Our community is really strong. I see so many friendships forming. It's a really beautiful thing to see. Everybody is welcome in our community. You will find the people very open, kind, and caring. Let's look at the top 7. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Binance Coin, Tether, XRP, and Doge. Looking towards the greatest 24-hour percent gainers: Dent, Rev, XRP, Waves, Rune, Ethereum Classic, Bitcoin Gold. Let's check over the past 7 days. What are the greatest gainers there? IO, TX, Dent, XDC, Rev, XRP, RVN, and HOT. Let's go the other way. Greatest losses past 24 hours. IOTX, RVN, TEL, Axie Infinity, HOT, ICP, QTUM. Let's check out the greatest losses over the past 7 days. QNT, Quant, CEL, Comp, OKB, Leo, AMP, and the last one is THETA, the stablecoin. Let's have a look at Binance Derivatives. 24-hour trading volume, $73.7 billion. 24-hour open interest, 10.2 billion. That's quite high. What we're really interested in here is the change in the price of the contract over the past 24 hours. That's what that particular percentage relates to. Let's have a look through. We can see, for example, Bitcoin negative 0.6%, Ethereum negative 0.8%. They're both suffering negative price power. They're coming down in price. XRP positive 23.2%, Ethereum Classic, ETC up 13.8%, XLM, Stellar, 11.9% positive. These are all positives that I'll read out to you. Dent, 42.8%. 42.8% means Dent is really getting the money thrown at it. That's what it means. VET, 11.4%. Rune, 15%. Waves, 22.5%. HBAR, 11.4%. And that's pretty much it. Let's go down to see the futures for you. You can see XRP really romping up there. I always love to present you with the most cutting edge analysis I can do. Have a look at this. This is pretty cool. The Binance Top 15. We can see XRP. Look at XRP's price potential here. Price realization is very powerful. XRP over the past 24 hours is up 21.5%, followed by XLM 10.4%, VET 9.94%, Doge 5.8%, and then going down Sol, DOT, ADA, THETA, Litecoin, BNB, Link, Uni, Bitcoin, Ethereum, MATIC, and heading up the bottom of the pack, ICP. Binance Coin is currently trading at $408.30, literally just a little bit above support. Support below $394.76, $376.29, $366.66. Resistance above $421.40, $432.44. When I look at Binance Coin's technicals, what I see is something really interesting. I see this line here playing into the current price. If I just extend that just a little bit more, you can see that that is supporting price to a degree. I also see this line, this support line drawn to the bottom there. You're just really, when you draw support lines, draw them back from a specific point to try and understand what price movement is. Don't try to reflect current price movement too much. That is, don't draw the line down to the bottom here. Just try and draw it back to where it most suits that price action, which is there. You can see a weakening in the trend here. This particular sell-off formed a higher low here. So we draw from that point to the higher low going forward. We're seeing if a particular alt is seeking to run out of power or if it's still powering up. This is why you really should look at as many alts as you possibly can. When it comes to your beloved alt, you'll be so good at seeing patterns, at recognizing different strengths. You will be outstanding, and that's what we want for you in this community, to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. Let's have a look at ADA with that same point of view in mind. You see this support line down here drawn from the bottom to the next higher low. We can see the next higher low was up here, so we draw another line up there, and we can see ADA is absolutely taking off. It wants to party. It's party time for ADA. Don't forget, sharp angles reflect. So we always must be aware that price is moving in a wave. We don't seek to FOMO. Price is always coming down to touch support, to regain strength, to crash through overhead resistance. It's just the way of the market. ADA is currently trading at 216.43, resistance above 224.53 and 232.70, support below 214.09, 202.74, 194.79 and 18500. Let's have a look at XRP. XRP is currently trading at 131.84. XRP is partying hard. It's going into overdrive. Wow, on your XRP. Have a look at this particular price action. You can see XRP started in a channel. It actually weakened at the bottom range of that channel from about the 3rd of August. That's really, really interesting. It managed to get itself back above, and look what it did. It went absolutely bananas. You can see that bottom line of support. You see how it's becoming sharper like this, and you could draw another one up here even more sharper, or more sharper, more sharply. It's an interesting turn of phrase. XRP is getting pretty overextended. We know sharp angles reverse. They tend to reflect, like what we saw here when we had XRP trading at around 89.27, and then it shot all the way up to 10.888. Way to go, XRP. And then decided, oh, I'm tired, I need a rest, and it dropped back to 93. This is really important to keep in your mind. A lot of people like to FOMO in. They really fear missing out. When these really sharp spikes occur, there's very little chance of actually missing out. You just tend to buy at levels of support. In our community, we get immense excitement from delayed fills. A delayed fill is simply when price comes back to slurp up those buy orders that you have patiently waiting there by the pool, drinking a margarita or a beer or smoking a cigarette. I don't know what they're doing, but they're really hanging there just waiting for price to come to them. In our community, we're almost like scientists running price experiments. XRP is currently trading at 132.12. It has a level of support below at 126.70, 121.99, 118.87, 114.58, another one at 111.23 and 107.80. Being a scientist, we love to place buy orders, limit orders. We don't use leverage, anything like that, until, if you're a professional, of course, you should do whatever is your edge. But if you're just learning, please keep away from leverage. It will destroy your account and leave you broke. We don't want that. We want you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. When you see these orders, for example, if you were in XRP and you wanted to dollar cost average in, you could do what most people would do, just buy at market, which means you pay an awful lot, much more than you need to. When you buy at levels of support below the current price, you're making a lot more money. That's what you really want to do. It's not greedy or anything. It's really, really sensible ways to invest. I think the other thing to bear in mind, that all investors become traders whenever they buy or sell. If you understand the trading mindset, trading psychology, you won't FOMO in. You'll just look at it like a price scientist with your white lab coat on, and you'll just say, I wish price comes to me. It must come to me. Okay, let's get on with the next one. Misty Copeland had this very beautiful quote. Anything is possible when you have the right people there to support you. Our community is incredibly supportive. If you're new to the community, please feel free to reach out and say hi to people. Everybody does it. I always read all the comments as well. And I do my best to say hi. Sometimes I get a little bit busy, but I always do my best to like and to leave a heart for people. It's really normal when you get into investing or trading in any particular market to only look at what you're invested in. That can be a grave mistake. It's really important to familiarize yourself with price action and to look across as many particular coins, especially in crypto, as you can. The top movers we go through every day to help you with your pattern recognition skills. Let's have a look at Doge. Doge is currently trading at 35.11. It's just below resistance at 30.729. Resistance above that is 32.535. Support is 29.138, 27.989, and 26.874. We look at Doge, it's really interesting. You see these peaks being added to here. That's a resistance line. Doge is trying to get above that currently. That's very positive. You can also see this upward support has become sharper recently through this. We don't try to change the lines to fit the reality of what comes next. We seek to get the first available bottom in to see if the trend is weakening or strengthening. A lot of people tend to move their lines around, and that is okay. You're an artist. You can realistically do whatever you would like. It's just one thing I tend to do is I focus on consistency and not trying to make charts fit my version of reality. I want the price to speak to me. I don't want to change what it's saying. We are a community-driven channel. The Age of Joy reached out and said, Ken, what about pre-party takeoff? How does that occur? It's a fantastic question. Thank you so much, The Age of Joy, for asking that. You can actually detect them by channels. Channel variance is basically what I call it. You can see a channel coming up here on Polkadot from around the 22nd of July up to about the 1st of August. That channel was consistently kept in motion. Then we had a breakout. That created a higher level channel. You can see that playing out there from about the 1st of August onwards. It's really interesting to note that even though we had that massive breakout, you can see the channel that pre-existed around the 22nd of July to the 1st of August was maintained. This is a really, really interesting thing. A lot of people FOMO in when they see price exploding upwards. They say, oh, it can never be cheaper, never be cheaper. Channels tend to gravitate, pull the price back into themselves. This is an example where the channel was pulling price back into itself. We can see a little bit of weakening here underneath the channel. That's around the 9th of August and around the 13th of August, those two spikes down. But that's a-okay. What we're really seeking when we have pre-party takeoff, we tend to see price breaking out again through another channel on very steep support. I hope that's helped. There's a lot more to this, as you can probably imagine. There's so many different charts and so many ways to analyze it. I'll keep on talking about this concept because I think it helps a lot of people. DOT is currently trading at 22.933, support below 22.661, 22.095, 21.468, resistance above 23.579 and 24.302. Last timing episode we talked about Icon ICX. There's quite a ICX fan group in our community. Welcome ICX people. Now it's really interesting. ICX had this monthly resistance that was playing in here towards suppressing price. Price has actually got over that resistance. That is incredibly important. We can see weekly support for ICX. Very, very well maintained. We see a degree of positive air. That is always fantastic. We never want to see negative air. Negative air is where the price is below a resistance line and can't come up to meet it. That's always bad. What we see in ICX is quite good. This is very interesting chart. I would imagine that ICX, when it gets over this leftwise resistance here, it's going to do incredibly well. ICX is currently trading at 1,2600, support below at 1,1562. You could put other support levels in here. I'll talk about this in another video. There's a very specific way that you can add support levels when price is increasing. Let's have a look at THETA. THETA is currently trading at 7,322. It has structural support at 7,188 and also 6,490. It literally has two levels of structural support playing in there. That's going to be a strong support level. It has a higher level of support at 6,779. Resistance above is at 7,706 and 8,133. What you might notice with THETA is there is a line of resistance drawn from these peaks. There's a little bit of negative air on that fourth peak. It didn't quite make it, but we have positive air above support. That gives us hope that something else is happening inside this. Now, what is the something else that's happening? You can see this, maybe you can see this very dotted blue line, which is a structural resistance line going back. Price is just hitting that line at the moment. That's why there's negative air right there. When THETA turns this once resistance line into support, that will be a very positive sign for THETA. That means the price will be above $7.80. Let's have a look at MATIC, Polygon. MATIC is currently trading at 1,45,204, resistance above 1,48,574 and 1,56,180. Support below 1,369, 13, 1,26,610, 1,18,745. When we look at MATIC's overall structure, it looks really good. We have this up channel of support. There was a little bit of weakness around the 3rd of August to about the 7th of August, and then we saw a bit of a sell-off culminating in a downward spike around the 9th of August. That actually forms a point that we can draw an upward support line through to check how price is moving. We can see the angles are increasing for MATIC. MATIC is giving me exhibiting the sign that it wants to really party. Solana is looking really cool as well. Currently trading at 45,046, resistance above at 45,854 and 47,358. Support below, major support below at 43,911, 41,224 and 39,576. It's really interesting when you look at Sol's graph. Let's have a look at this. It's got a channel of support, which is what we focus on. This is kind of like the rocket preparing for liftoff. The rocket, to get into a position where it can take off, has to, of course, start to increase the tip of the rocket towards the sun, or towards the moon, I guess. You can see the rocket is actually guiding itself up here. When Sol actually trades above the 47,358 mark, I think we might see some fireworks. I'd like to thank everyone who's reached out and bought me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/cryptotradingks. I understand that that's the way that you express your gratitude to me for doing what I do. I think it's so beautiful. I'm always touched when people do that. Thank you so much. It's really much appreciated. The crypto trading KS community is really special. There are no strangers here, only friends who have not yet met. You might have been part of the community for quite a while. Please reach out and say hi through the comments. You'll find such a great group of people. You're very welcome inside the community, and you can ask anything that you would like. I'm always really keen to understand how I can help you more. Please let me know in the comments. I much appreciate it. I hope you found the content useful. Everything I do for you is free. Please be aware of scammers. Thank you to our moderators and admins for keeping our community safe. I do these videos to assist you to be more of a financial blessing to yourself and those you love. Please say hi and let me know where you're viewing from, and if you have any questions. If you would like daily updates, 7 days a week, 365 days a year on price movements in the crypto market, please subscribe to YouTube, and you can join us on Facebook and follow me on Twitter. All groups are free. If you think this information could be of benefit to other people, please share this content with them. That would be wonderful. Crypto is volatile. Always prepare yourself for the best and worst case scenarios. Reality will likely be between them. Stay safe out there. Take care and see you next time. Bye for now.